Is the problem real? What we mean by problem could be a problem that you seek to solve in the market. It could be an opportunity that you've discovered. What we mean by real, or are there enough customers that really care about it? Is it truly something that the market is going to have value in? And is it something that you can build a business on? So we're going to start the discussion by looking at opportunity identification. And that's going to be the core element that will get us kicked off in our final segment of the opportunity analysis canvas. So defining the problem. Elements that we seek to understand at this point are things like who is the customer. This is the first step to really defining the problem because we want to understand, again, who we're trying to serve. The analyses of the industries, the markets, competition, and value innovations are all very important to help us answer this question of who our customer is. We also want to take a look and assess what are the needs and wants of that customer that we've identified. We want to focus on customer value. We want to continue to think about why do they need this product. We want to think about the benefits that we'll deliver. Will we help them make money, save time, or experience other advantageous elements, or reduce disadvantageous elements that they might be experiencing? So the other side of the coin is, are there enough customers? It's likely that there are some people out there that will see value in what it is that you're going to bring to the market. And some people will pay for that. But we want to know, are there enough? If you have a real customer, if you can deliver value, we want to think about how many people out there experience that problem now or in the future. We want to think about how many buyers there are of that population. And it's not one-to-one. So a number of people might experience a certain issue or problem, but a subset of them are really going to experience it to the degree or place the economic necessity on it to pay for a solution. Are there enough people that care about the problem for you to be financially successful? It's influenced by all of these various factors. Is it a problem that they experience? Are there enough people that are willing to pay for it? And so when we look at an example of this, Clemson University, Florida State University, two large universities here in the U.S. with large alumni base, a large student base, and a large fan base for their sports. They do very well at licensing and selling merchandise that's branded with their university branding. A combination Clemson, Florida State sweater or sweatshirt where you have half from one school and half from another is a differentiated product. There may be someone that sees value in it, and that person may be willing to pay for it. To my knowledge, there's only one person that's done that, at least that I've seen, and that's Ann Bowden. So Ann Bowden, when her husband was the head coach of Florida State University, and her son was the head coach of Clemson University, when the teams would play football against each other once a year, she would wear a sweatshirt or a sweater that was half for one school, half for the other school, probably made by her or made by a friend or family member. Just because there is someone out there that is interested in that doesn't necessarily mean that there's a market opportunity that you should go out and build these hybrid combination products. That's what I mean by are there enough? Now the question of how many is enough, is it single digits? Is it thousands? Is it millions? It certainly depends on your product and the product category. If you're developing something that's a fairly low price point, fairly low profit margins, you need a lot of people. If you're Rolls-Royce or Ferrari, you may need 2,000 customers globally in a year to develop a profitable product. So in that measure, there's not a magic number, but it's influenced by your financials and what your cost structures are. So in summary, we want to think about real problems. We encourage you to validate the ideas that you have and to validate those candidate solutions. The best way to do that is talk with prospective customers very early in the product development process, of engaging with customers pre-prototype to get their insights early on what features matter, what values matter, what would they pay for such a solution before you go down the path of actually developing it and building it, only to find that it's either not a real problem or it's not something that can be solved at the price point that you need to charge.